Say what really happened to Suga that made the entire world suddenly stop and stare? Why did millions of fans flood social media within minutes, turning one unexpected moment into the most explosive global conversation of the week? And could this shocking incident become one of the most unforgettable chapters in the history of BTS? Before you dive into this unbelievable story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because what you are about to read may completely change the way you see Suga forever. The atmosphere was supposed to be ordinary. Cameras flashed endlessly, reporters crowded every corner, fans screamed with overwhelming excitement, and the purple ocean of ARMY support stretched farther than anyone could imagine. Everything looked normal on the surface. Yet hidden beneath the excitement was a mysterious tension nobody could explain. Something unusual was about to happen. Something so unexpected that within moments, headlines around the world would explode with questions, theories, emotional reactions, and endless speculation surrounding the name of Suga. No one predicted the silence would arrive so suddenly. 1 second, the crowd was roaring with excitement. The next second, an eerie stillness swept through the venue as every eye locked onto Suga. Fans who had been recording happily suddenly froze. Some lowered their phones in confusion. Others began crying without fully understanding why. Even the members of BTS appeared stunned by what unfolded before them. It was the kind of moment that instantly feels historic before anyone can even explain it. Why did Suga suddenly stop in the middle of everything? What did he see? What was he thinking? And why did his expression change so dramatically in front of millions watching around the world? Those questions exploded across social media faster than wildfire. Within minutes, hashtags connected to Suga dominated global trends. Videos replayed endlessly. Fans zoomed into every tiny detail, analyzing his facial expressions frame by frame as if searching for hidden clues. Some believed it was connected to a secret announcement. Others feared something emotional had happened behind the scenes. Many simply could not believe the intensity of the moment they had just witnessed. For years, Suga has built a reputation unlike any other idol in modern entertainment. Calm yet intense, quiet yet powerful, mysterious yet deeply emotional, he carries an energy that naturally draws attention. Whenever he speaks, fans listen carefully because his words often contain deeper meanings than expected. Whenever he performs, audiences feel as though they are witnessing someone pouring his soul directly onto the stage. But this moment felt different. Much different. The world wasn't just watching Suga anymore. The world was worried about him. As videos continued spreading online, emotional reactions poured in from every corner of the globe. Fans in South Korea posted emotional messages describing how their hearts dropped the moment Suga's expression changed. International ARMY communities flooded comment sections with concern, prayers, theories, and emotional support. Some fans admitted they cried watching the clip repeatedly because they felt something deeply personal had happened in front of millions. Then came the shocking detail that intensified everything even further. Several witnesses claimed Suga looked emotional moments before the incident occurred. Some described his eyes as unusually distant. Others noticed he seemed quieter than normal earlier in the day. Fans immediately began connecting these observations with previous interviews where Suga spoke honestly about pressure, exhaustion, expectations, and the emotional weight of global fame. Suddenly, what initially appeared to be a simple unexpected moment transformed into something far more emotional and mysterious. Could Suga have been hiding his true feelings all along? That question sent the internet into complete chaos. For years, Suga has inspired millions not only because of his music but because of his honesty. Unlike many celebrities who carefully hide vulnerability, Suga often speaks openly about pain, anxiety, ambition, loneliness, and the emotional battles that come with success. His lyrics have comforted countless listeners who found pieces of themselves reflected in his words. Fans admire him because he never pretends to be perfect. He shows strength while also acknowledging struggle. That authenticity is exactly why this moment hit so hard emotionally. People didn't just see a celebrity reacting unexpectedly. They saw a human being. And suddenly, the emotional connection between Suga and millions of fans around the world became more powerful than ever before. As global media outlets rushed to cover the story, experts in entertainment culture began discussing why the incident resonated so deeply. Some argued it exposed the immense pressure faced by international superstars. Others believed the moment reminded people how emotionally connected fans have become to artists who openly share their personal journeys. Regardless of interpretation, one thing became undeniable. Everyone was talking about Suga. Even people outside the BTS fandom suddenly became curious. Casual observers who rarely followed K-pop began watching clips, reading reactions, and asking questions. News channels discussed the emotional impact. Online communities debated possible meanings. Reaction videos multiplied by the thousands. The story had become too massive to ignore. Yet the most surprising part of all was still coming. Hours after the incident, fans noticed something extraordinary. Instead of avoiding attention or disappearing from public view, Suga returned with an unexpected calmness that shocked everyone. His demeanor appeared composed, almost reflective. It was as though he understood exactly why the world had reacted so emotionally. Some fans interpreted this as quiet reassurance. Others believed it revealed incredible emotional strength. Whatever the truth was, his appearance only intensified public fascination. Why did he seem so calm after causing such global panic? Was he trying to comfort fans without speaking directly? Or was there a hidden message nobody had fully understood yet? The mystery surrounding the moment continued growing with every passing hour. Meanwhile, fan communities transformed into emotional support spaces filled with messages of love and appreciation for Suga. Thousands shared personal stories explaining how his music helped them survive difficult times in their own lives. Others posted emotional edits celebrating his journey from struggling underground rapper to global superstar. The internet became flooded with memories, gratitude, and emotional reflection. In many ways, the incident became bigger than the moment itself. It became a reminder of the emotional relationship between artists and audiences. People realized that Suga was not simply admired for fame, visuals, or performance skills. He represented resilience, growth, honesty, vulnerability, ambition. For millions of fans, his story mirrored their own struggles and dreams. That is why seeing him appear emotionally shaken created such a powerful reaction worldwide. As night fell across different countries, the conversation only became more intense. Fans stayed awake refreshing updates endlessly. Some feared an official announcement might appear at any moment. Others desperately searched for reassuring signs that everything was okay. Emotional live streams discussing Suga attracted massive audiences. Comment sections moved so quickly they became impossible to read. Then came another shocking twist. A short interaction involving Suga began circulating online, and fans immediately exploded with emotion again. In the clip, his expression softened while acknowledging supporters nearby. It lasted only seconds, yet those few seconds completely changed the emotional atmosphere online. Fans described the moment as heartbreaking yet beautiful. Some claimed they could feel gratitude in his eyes. Others believed it was his silent way of thanking everyone for their support. The emotional intensity surrounding Suga reached unbelievable levels. People who had never met him personally felt connected to him emotionally. That level of connection is rare in entertainment history. And it demonstrated exactly why BTS remains one of the most influential groups in the world. Long before this shocking incident captured headlines globally, BTS had already changed the landscape of international music forever. They shattered cultural barriers, broke records across continents, and built one of the most passionate fan communities ever seen. But beyond statistics and achievements, BTS succeeded because audiences connected deeply with their humanity. Their music speaks about dreams, fear, pressure, youth, mental health, love, and identity in ways that feel genuine rather than manufactured. Suga, in particular, has often stood at the emotional center of many of those conversations. His personal journey resonates deeply because it contains real struggle. Before worldwide fame, he faced uncertainty, financial hardship, rejection, and immense pressure while chasing his dream. He worked relentlessly despite obstacles that would have caused many people to give up completely. Fans know this history well. That is why seeing him emotionally affected in public instantly triggered protective feelings among supporters worldwide. People weren't simply reacting to celebrity drama. They were reacting emotionally to someone whose journey inspired them personally. That difference matters. As discussions continued globally, countless fans began revisiting old interviews and performances, searching for hidden emotional clues they may have missed previously. Clips resurfaced showing Suga speaking honestly about burnout, artistic pressure, and emotional exhaustion. Suddenly, words that once seemed reflective now felt painfully significant to many listeners. Was the world only now realizing how much pressure he had been carrying? That question lingered heavily across online discussions. Still, despite endless speculation, one emotional truth became clear above everything else. Fans loved Suga not because he appeared flawless, but because he appeared real. In an entertainment world often built on carefully controlled perfection, Suga's honesty created trust. He allowed people to see ambition mixed with vulnerability. Strength mixed with pain. Confidence mixed with uncertainty. That emotional complexity made millions feel understood through his art. And now, after this shocking global moment, that emotional connection had become even stronger. The following morning, headlines continued spreading across international media platforms. Commentators discussed the overwhelming emotional response from fans. Analysts examined the psychological impact of parasocial relationships in modern fandom culture. Music critics reflected on Suga's influence beyond entertainment. Everywhere people looked, his name dominated conversations. Yet perhaps the most powerful reactions came not from media experts but from ordinary fans. Students wrote emotional letters thanking Suga for helping them survive depression and loneliness through music. Young artists described how his determination inspired them never to give up on their dreams. Parents shared stories about watching their children gain confidence and happiness through BTS. Emotional testimonials flooded the internet non-stop. The incident had transformed into something much larger than entertainment news.